guys, I'm Aveline and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are decorating an apartment. I feel like it's been a while since the last apartment that I've done here on the channel, so I thought it was about time, and I've gotten quite a lot of comments from people saying they wanted to see me build or decorate a bohemian inspired apartment, so that is what we're doing today. And this apartment is actually for a pair of twins. That said, you could have anyone living in this apartment. It's just I decorated it with sort of two twins in mind. It's got room for 3 Sims total because in one of the bedrooms, the bed is in the middle of the room, so you can have 2 Sims sleeping in that one. But in the other one, the bed is up against the wall, so unfortunately, for me at least, the scoot over trick doesn't work anymore. So I can't have 2 Sims sleeping in that one, just one. But I suppose if the scoot over trick works for you, you can still have 4 Sims sleeping in this apartment total, but it was just decorated with 2 girls in mind, so yeah. I actually just realized as I started doing this voiceover that I forgot to put in a litter box for the cat, because I did decorate this with a cat in mind as well. I really wanted them to have this kind of fluffy white cat because I felt like that would fit the vibe of the apartment very well. Here at the start, I thought that I was gonna make this a very colorful apartment, so I decorated the kitchen here with a lot of yellow in mind and also touches of orange, a little bit of blue on the wall as well, but I was gonna mix in some red later on as well. But then the next day I came back, and this was before the update, by the way. I'm not using any stuff from the update, so just so you know, if you're expecting me to use any stuff that was released with the update yesterday, I won't be doing that in this video, but hopefully in the next build that I'll be doing, which I think that'll be up on Friday because I'm doing something else for tomorrow, I think. I had an idea earlier today, so I really want to test that out if it works. If not, then I'll be doing something else for tomorrow. But the next speed build should be up on Friday, and I'll be using some of the world objects in that build for sure. It's gonna take ages to figure out where everything is in the catalog now, but it's fine. I'm looking forward to it anyways. But I'm not using any of it for this one. But anyways, so my point was, I did go back the next day and changed it all to sort of white and blue instead, because I was feeling like I don't know, I feel like every other bohemian inspired interior I've done lately have been very focused on warmer colors and like warmer browns, deep browns, so I wanted to do something a little bit different from the other interiors that I've done. So I decided to change it all to sort of white and light gray and a little bit of blue as well, and I really like it. It gives the apartment a very fresh kind of vibe, but still bohemian, which is what I was initially going for. So yeah, but I do hope you guys like it. So Craig, my partner, just came and knocked on the door in the middle of my voiceover, and I have really bad stage fright. I kind of feel like my trust has been slightly broken, and I'm a little bit nervous now, but hey, we're gonna continue on anyways. So the kitchen is pretty much done, I think. I may go back and clutter it up just a little bit more. I don't fully remember, but we have moved on to the living room. So it is a bit messy here in the living room. I did use a combination of the Seasons couches and also one of the new coffee tables that we got with Island Living. I really love that coffee table. I figured it would fit perfectly into this sort of bohemian interior because of the, it's not straw, would you call that wicker? I'm not entirely sure, but I like the look of it, so I figured it would go really nicely with these couches that are kind of modern, but at the same time, they also, I think it's because of the pillows, there's some kind of pattern on them that just kind of reminds me of bohemian interiors, so I feel like they still work in these kind of situations or this kind of environment, and I use them quite often when I'm doing these bohemian interiors. So the same counts for the bookcase, the very white bookcase over in the corner, the one from Cats and Dogs. It's definitely a coastal bookcase, like it's inspired by coastal interior, but I still feel like because of the pattern on the cupboard on the lower half of the bookcase, it still works in bohemian interiors. It might just be me. The same counts for the hallway table under the window right here. It's definitely a coastal inspired hallway table, but I still feel like there is something about it that just works really well in bohemian interiors. So I don't know what it is, it might just be me, but I feel like they still work. So I did place some clutter here and there on the TV stand and also on the bookcase over in the corner from cats and dogs. I also placed a candle on the other bookcase that's actually from Get Together. Yeah, Get Together. I'm like, is it Get to Work or Get Together? Definitely Get Together. So I also actually found some stuff in the debug catalog that I put on the coffee table. There's a magazine and a coffee mug, or 2 coffee mugs actually. I think I forgot to put the remote there. I might do that before uploading this to the gallery and before taking the screenshots as well, since I have to go back and put in the litter box anyways. I might make a little bit, like a few changes here and there, but nothing major. Don't worry about that. It'll just be extra decorations here and there, so I won't be changing anything big or anything like that. And yeah, the hallway here is pretty simple. I just put in a mirror so the Sims can check themselves out before they leave the apartment. I also put in a shoe rack and something to hang your coat on, and a plant as well, because I had some empty space next to the mirror, I suppose, and also a picture, but that's about it. It's a very, very simple and kind of empty hallway. They do have a closet out there though. I did get a comment on one of my speed builds recently. It wasn't just aimed at me personally, but like builders in general, and this is not to bash the comment, by the way. It's because I like to talk about this. I think it's very interesting, but basically they were asking why builders in general don't put in a lot of built-in closets in their houses or apartments, since to them it's very common in real life to have in built-in closets. However, for me personally, in my childhood home, we did not have a single built-in closet anywhere in the house. We did have like cupboards in the kitchen, of course, but like counters and cupboards, but we didn't have any built-in closets or anything like that. I've never been to a house or an apartment where they had any built-in closets. Actually, I've seen pictures of them. I realized that they're Danish apartments with built-in closets, but I've never seen one. So it's not that common to me personally, and I know that if it's not that common to me, it might not be that common to everyone else out there. So your reality might not be the same as everyone else's, basically. Yeah, we've talked about this before because it's something that, like I said, I find it very interesting. I like to look at the differences in architecture across countries, and also the differences in interiors as well. I find it very interesting. It's the same kind of situation with laundry machines and dryers as well, because in some countries they put them in the basement. Like in my old house, we had our laundry machines in the basement. I know that's very common for older houses in Denmark, but I've also seen pictures where they had them in the bathrooms. Here in the UK, it's more common to have them in the kitchen. So it depends a little bit on where you're from, and I don't know, personally I find it very interesting. I realize that a lot of people may not know these things or may not know that it's different from country to country, but I can tell you now it is. But anyways, we did cross over the first one of the twins' bedrooms, by the way. Sorry about that. I will say that these twins are very good friends, by the way, obviously, since they still live together. I thought it would be fun if one of them worked as a fashion designer, actually, or like a social media influencer, something like that, in that sort of career. We do have a career. What's it called? Is it called influencer? And that's the one that I wanted her to work in. And then the other one is supposed to be a fashion photographer, because that career will be out sometime soon with the Myshuno stuff pack, so I thought that would be fun to sort of decorate for. Also because since these twins live together, they're such good friends, they're very close, they could kind of work together that way as well. So one takes pictures and the other one designs or styles or whatever she wants to do, and I don't know, I thought that would be kind of cute for these two girls. They're just, yeah, really, really close, and that's also why I put a lot of cameras around her room here. So she has one on her TV stand, she also has a couple here on her computer desk, and there's actually also 1 or 2 in the living room that are also hers. I don't know how she managed to afford 5 cameras, 4 or 5 at least, but she just did. Don't question it too much. Maybe she saved them through the years. I don't fully know. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it would be really cute if they sort of worked together a little bit. So also, by the way, I don't know if the impression board actually works in the first twins room, so I couldn't playtest it. I did try to get to a point in the career so she could actually use it, but she never got there, so I don't fully know if it works, and if it doesn't, you're gonna have to either move the board elsewhere or you have to delete the desk underneath. Just a little heads up, I did try to play test it, but couldn't actually fully playtest it, so sorry about that. But yeah, if you like this apartment, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye!
You can't stop looking at her smile. Then you've been in love. That's how you know you've been in love. There's something about the way she laughs and the way she always dances when she thinks nobody sees. And when she's gone, I miss her so. I tell her, baby, please don't go. I think you should stay with me. And I really get what the love songs are talking about. Oh, and I just wanna tell her how I feel, scream it out loud. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress? When your heart is beating fast and you're sweating, you can't stop looking at her smile. Then you've been in love. That's how you know you've been in love.